no.
Okay, let's start it.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome to day 11. So I skipped a couple days. We're picking it back up though. Day 11. Today is Christmas Eve, and we're gonna go to Nick's mom's house. That's our Christmas Eve tradition. Is going to Nick's mom's house for presents and cookies and dinner. But we wanted to. Hey bud, leave it. But we wanted to do a little Christmas Eve video and talk about our traditions that we did like as kids and stuff. Because I don't really know this too much about Nick's childhood traditions at Christmas. So I found this little, I just Google searched for Christmas Q&A for couples. We're not going to do all these, there's like 50 questions. Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about what we did as kids for Christmas Eve, Christmas, all that good stuff. Albert and Edie are here too, obviously. You can't really see them, but they're just sitting here watching us like, well, what are you doing? Okay, so Christmas, like Christmas Eve traditions. I know that at my house, we had to go to bed early, but we wanted to because my mom and dad would like stand in other rooms of the house and like jingle bells, so it sounded like Santa was about to fly in. And as soon as that happened, we had to like run to our beds and jump in there, and then and then my dad would take a long broomstick and start banging on the ceiling, so it sounded like hoof prints like going through the ceiling, like landing on the roof. So we legit thought we have got to get in bed immediately because Santa is upstairs on the roof. But it was so convincing. I had no idea how they did that for the longest time.
Christmas Eve, we always got to open a present on Christmas Eve. We could choose.
Oh, nice.
And then we also got Christmas ornaments on Christmas Eve. And those were cool because they were kind of like toys for me. I got like just a bunch of like kind of action figure ones. Do we have any on the tree right now?
No, they're on the little tree.
Okay. So like athletes, and I just like to collect them and stuff. Like I had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and some football players and stuff. So that was cool. I can't remember how young I was when I knew that Santa wasn't real, but I was always kind of a skeptic anyway.
That's shocking.
Yeah. I was never really, I was more kind of defiant. Like I'd stay up late and try to catch him because I wasn't sure if he was real. And at some point in our childhoods, I have a brother, August, we call him Augie, and he is 4 years younger than I am. So we used to like go to bed late, and then we would get up like insanely early. So like we would essentially be asleep for like 2 to 3 hours, and then we would get up, and just every year it just got earlier and earlier.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like I remember a year when we got up around like 3 in the morning, and we ran downstairs because we knew there were presents, and we got an Xbox, and it had Need for Speed, and so we were playing that, and just
oh my god,
stuff like that, just crazy stuff. It didn't really even feel like Christmas because it was like we weren't waking up on a morning. It was kind of like, hey, it's still pitch black out. Literally nobody is awake right now, including our mother. And
you opened the presents anyway?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
My mom would be so mad.
Yeah, so that's all I can think of for Christmas Eve stuff.
That's funny that you tried to. I believed in Santa wholeheartedly until probably 6th grade. I did not want to stop believing in Santa. I wanted him to be real for a really long time. But I also remember in 3rd or 4th grade, I tried to launch like an investigation. So I asked...
On Santa?
Yeah, I asked my friends, when you open Christmas presents, bring in a piece of your wrapping paper because I want to see if they're all different. Like if they're all the same, then obviously Santa is real. But if they're all different, then it's probably just smart. Your parents. Yeah, so nobody brought me their wrapping paper. But I was like trying to find out, like our Santa wrote a special way, like all of his letters had little dots on the end of each, like where the letter ends or whatever. So I was like, what does your Santa do? Like just trying to figure out, is Santa real or not? But I wanted him to be real, so.
Maybe he would adapt his writing style and his wrapping paper based on the personality of the kid that he was leaving a present for.
Yeah, that's probably true. Did you leave out stuff for Santa, like cookies?
Yeah, like my mom tried to keep up the facade and stuff for a while. She tried to do all the traditional stuff. So yeah, you know, I can't remember like if there was never like an epiphany where it was like, oh wow, Santa had some milk. Like I was mostly like, not really. Yeah.
We were so into that stuff. Like,
yeah.
Santa would leave little crumbs on the thing, and we would put out carrots for the reindeer, and we would find the carrots like nibbled on out in the front yard. Like, my parents went all out, I guess.
Good for them. That's pretty cool.
Do you remember what the best present you ever received as a child was?
I mean, I got some good gifts. Like, my mom, you know, she spent money on us for sure.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily remember like the best per se.
Right.
But a couple of the memorable ones. One was the Xbox. I just remember that morning, and like when you put in the game, the first like this intro song was like that Lil Jon song, like.
Oh my gosh.
To the windows, to the wall. So we were like, whoa, this is so cool. We were really young playing this game. It was just like what we thought was hardcore rap and stuff. So we had that, and then
so hardcore.
Yeah, very hardcore, Lil Jon. So there was a period where me and all of my friends were really into BMX, but it's basically like X Games style biking. Yeah, it's like we were all really into that. So there was a year I was like super obsessed, and I got a BMX bike, and it was super awesome, and everything was icy outside, and my mom was like, you should probably wait until spring to ride that, and I was like, no, BMX bikes can grip the ice.
Did they BMX on ice? I thought it was just like dirt, like
no, jumping. I was completely making it. I was being incredibly assertive because I wanted something. So I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. And I checked the tires, and they seemed like they had really legit tread. So I was like, yeah, this is a BMX bike. It's not your standard mountain bike. It will have no issues on the ice, obviously. Our driveway was relatively steep, or my mom's driveway is relatively steep. And then it's not like at the end of the street. It's so, you got to turn left or right, otherwise you're going to go into someone's house. So, so like I'm beaming down the driveway, and I'm turning left and nothing moves except for my bike, and I just totally wipe out right in the middle of the street. And so I learned my lesson. Apparently BMX bikes are not ice proof. Not built for the ice. But those are two pretty memorable big presents that I got that my mom and I never forget.
I really can't remember specific things that we got.
Right.
I feel like we got so much like little stuff. I can't remember any like big things that we really got, but I do remember wanting something, and then I think my mom got me like the wrong kind, and so I was like disappointed because it wasn't the one that I thought that I should have or something. So she said she would take it back, and I felt so horrible. That was like the biggest regret of my entire life for a really long time. I felt so bad because I was so ungrateful that this thing wasn't exactly the one that I wanted or something.
Right.
That was like traumatic for me.
I presume that was after you discovered that Santa was not real.
No, I think I was pretty young actually, like 6 or 7.
She was like, I'll take it back, and you thought nothing.
Well, I think it was from her.
Oh, okay.
Because I had asked her for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not a Santa gift.
Come here, baby Bowie. Come here. It's your turn. Good boy.
What's your favorite gift?
What's your favorite gift you got, buddy? Come here. Say hi to everybody.
Oh. He does not want to. Did Santa leave presents under the tree for you or somewhere else?
No, they were under the tree.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Some people have Santa gifts like by the end of their bed or something. That seems weird.
Oh no, wow, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I do not want a stranger.
Santa came into my house, into my room.
It's not time to play, Bubba.
Did Santa ever leave you a note?
Not that I can remember. Obviously, there were some, like I'm sure that there was some notes on like the packages or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing crazy, just like, you were a good boy and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't remember any specifics, but.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. And I was never, I always assumed that I would be on the naughty list. Like until I realized that this
Which
is
you
probably
probably
just
should've
not
been.
real. Yeah. So, no, I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
I only remember one time, and it was because there was like a second part that goes with something that Santa had brought, and my mom forgot to put it out. She like found it in the closet the same day, and so then the next morning there was a note with another present that said the elves forgot to put this in my bag or something like that, and
That's
so
pretty
yeah, that's the only note I ever remember getting. But that was pretty epic. Like, oh my God, Santa came to our house twice.
Whoa.
Anyway, did you ever go singing Christmas carols?
Take a guess.
I'm gonna go with no.
I did not.
We did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been to like nursing homes mostly. And I think we sang with like a church friend group or something at some neighborhood. I have no idea what neighborhood it was though. So boy. Oh, so what was Christmas morning? Did like grandparents come over, or did you guys go to your grandparents' house? Did you see extended family? Or is it just you guys in your house?
It was just us. So we did our mom stuff. Like, we did presents with my mom, and then we would go over to my dad's house, usually sometime early afternoon, like around noon, 1 or 2, something like that. That was it. We didn't. So my mom's parents, and then my dad's parents, both lived at least an hour and a half away. So we never did Christmas with them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was just my mom's house and then my dad's house.
That's interesting. I remember our grandparents coming over. Well, my dad's parents lived in Philadelphia, but my mom's parents lived in Indianapolis, and we lived in Greenfield, which is like a 40-minute drive or so. And so they would always come over in the morning. And then at some point, I think once we moved to Kentucky in like 5th grade, and then we would make the travel all the way up. So then it became like a cool tradition. Like you knew you were getting close, because when you're young, you don't know how like where things are. But like I always would recognize things like on 465, like oh my gosh, we're getting really close. We'd always go to my Nana and Papa's house, and then my cousins would all come over. I remember that really specifically. And we would all open presents and stuff. I think they always had a real tree, which I always thought was super cool. So we just had a fake tree.
Yeah.
That didn't last super long. She eventually just stopped putting up a tree, but...
Yeah. My mom liked to do real trees, which was always very messy.
But they're so pretty and they smell
Always
so
had
good.
pine needles on our presents, and I thought that was annoying.
Yeah, I could see that. Apparently we had real Christmas trees too. I found pictures in our baby book of real Christmas trees, and I don't remember that at all, but... Oh, your mom always cooks or bakes Christmas cookies?
Yes.
My family never baked anything special.
I was never involved in the baking, but she has been baking or, making the Santa cookies.
Oh yeah, do you want to get your Santa cookie?
Yeah, I'll get one.
You can gobble it.
Gobble it
Show the people and then you can gobble it.
So the people have yummy it is.
These really are the best Christmas cookies though.
You want one too? Because there are 2 left.
Yes, please.
They are...
Did they get smashed?
Yeah, they're smashed.
Alright, that's okay. You'll get the general idea.
Sit. Okay. Sit.
These are not cookies for you, babies.
Sit. Okay, stay.
Which one's the best It's a little bit smashed, so the quality's not super great, but
There you go.
yeah.
So my mom has been making these Santa cookies for like as long as I can remember. Hey, sit. And they're just so good.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type of person to just say, oh, my mom makes these cookies, so they're the best.
They really are the best.
They are really good. But she does it every year, and over the last, I don't know how many, but several years,
Yeah.
we've, made it, we've added a little tradition where, me and you and my brother Augie and his girlfriend go over to my mom's house on Christmas Eve, which is today. We're going to go there shortly. And we just hang out and stuff like that. And by either Christmas Eve or sometime before Christmas Eve too, we'll do like cookie day or whatever, where we'll all go over there. And for the most part, the girls will work on cookies, and the guys will, hang out on the couch
and eat cookies. Yeah.
So it's a good time, but they're really good.
They are so good. They're just sugar cookies.
Yep, with icing.
Yeah, she just puts the icing on there, and they are so amazing, like legitimately amazingly good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gotten the honor of learning how to decorate the cookies, so it's like my job to help Sherry decorate Christmas Santas, because it's really labor intensive. There's like 4 different colors, and your back hurts after you're done, but it's totally worth it, and they are so good.
My back never hurts.
Yeah. Takes no
I just
effort
eat
to
them.
eat
Sometimes my arms hurt.
You got a belly ache this year.
I did. I got a really bad stomach ache.
Yeah, too many cookies
a few days ago when we went.
Yeah.
Combination of strictly eating, just actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway. So that's it. That is our Christmas Eve tradition video thing. Thanks for doing a video with me.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Tomorrow is Christmas, holy cow. And I'll have a new video up for you tomorrow. It'll be day 12. My days got a little bit off, but we will finish the 12 days of Vlogmas. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Hey, that's my cookie.
Bye.
And you can click this little button down here to subscribe. I would super appreciate that. I always appreciate your support.
Bye.
And we will see you next time. Merry Christmas!